Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniX DBS, and yeah, we've had about a whole week off. I was trying to make a little more content before I went on an impromptu trip with some loved ones because yeah, stuff has been a little weird. But between jobs, working on getting a new one that not only just works to pay the bills, but actually really does create a healthier environment for me and allows me to expand more on content creation. So yeah, it's been kind of a little bit of a whirlwind. Sorry if you guys get the up and down vibes from me, but I am very up and down right now. So I'm gonna be trying my best to channel the positive and the negative into the best outlets I can. So with that being said, today we are going to get into the yellow Piccolo deck from Dawn of the Z Legends. We're gonna go over it, and then after we go over it in this video, we will likely, well, we're gonna just keep going through the rest of the archetypes. So if you guys want me to dive into a particular archetype, or you would like me to dive into the archetype breakdown, those take a little bit more planning because I gotta kind of make a skeleton deck list that isn't butt cheeks. You guys can definitely let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and I will do it because I have a lot more time right now. And of course, yes, I'm doing this for me, but I'm also doing this for the love of content creation, which means I'm doing it for you too. So let me know what order you guys want to see things in. That being said, as per usual, just want to say that if you want to see these spoilers, please go and give the official Facebook group a like, just so that you can see these spoilers, the official announcements. Go over and follow as well the unofficial discussion group. You've also got the Dragon Ball Super card game Reddit, which is a great point of information. I'll be posting there a lot more often with my newfound time. And then, yeah, if you want to join the UniX Discord, that's a great way to actually get into this. And yeah. That's enough of an intro. We're gonna look at the first couple cards, and just to say, if you want to help me out or the channel, it's always good to go down there, leave a like, comment on the video so it helps the trend, and then subscribe yourself to the channel. Not saying you got to, but if you just need a little reminder, there it be. So now we're gonna put up the template and we're gonna get rolling. Alrighty then. So we are going to start with the leader as per always, I guess. We got Piccolo. Discard one card from your hand. This is the auto. When this card attacks, look at the top 5 cards from your deck and add up to 1 yellow card amongst them to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Awaken when your life is at 4 or less, and you have or you have a yellow, mono yellow Son Gohan superhero Z battle card in play. You may draw 1 card, switch up to 1 of your energy to active mode, and add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 left. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at the back before we can fully get into this, but then we are going to just dive. The next one that we're going to be in for is the backside. Piccolo facing new foes. Auto, once per turn, if it's your turn, when you play a yellow card from your drop or a Z battle card, draw 1 card. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card, discard 1 card from your hand. Activate battle once per turn. Discard 1 card from your hand. Use up to 1 yellow battle card with 5k combo power from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn, and this card gains plus 1000 power for the battle. Okay. So there are some very obvious points here that are kind of a little scary to kind of put together. 1, Piccolo on his front side. Most leaders on their front side are hard +1s. You are swinging and you are drawing a card. You are swinging, you are searching top 5 for a card or top 3 for a card, or you know, like you're doing something. You're discarding a card, you're adding 2 cards from the top of your deck to your hand. This Piccolo is a straight break even on his front side. Straight up. Discard 1 card from your hand. When this card attacks, look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 yellow card amongst them to your hand, shuffle your deck. This Piccolo is a hard break even. So you're not going anywhere on your front side, which means that those crucial unawakened turns are not building a hand for you to vibe off of later. You're just sitting with whatever you're filtering. So already this leader lives and dies off of what the cards that you were discarding are going to be doing from your drop. And that's already a dangerous place to be in because you have to see them for them to put in work. The Awakening, 4 life or less is standard. The mono yellow Son Gohan superhero Z battle card in play. We are already in a position where there aren't that many Z battle cards, and I doubt that they're going to overload this archetype with like many Son Gohan superhero Z battle cards. It also says mono yellow, so if we ever get Son Gohan printed in another color, we can't even like splash the colors. It has to be mono yellow, which means that it's very limited to what this is going to be able to do. This is automatically going to put this leader in a scary place, and it's also, on top of not plussing, it's a draw one, switch one to switch one of your energy to active mode. So it's a normal awakening with a very, very subpar card acquisition asset on its front. Yeah. As much as I want to love this archetype already because superhero is my jam, just saw it last night. If you guys want me to do a review of it and a talk about it, let me know in the comments and I will go put it up on my UniX Mag channel, which stands for Manga, Anime, and Gaming, and you guys can go vibe with me over there about the movie. So just let me know if you feel it in the comments. Just, you know, pause the video, leave it, yay or nay. I'll probably do a little community post about it. But Piccolo facing new foes on his backside, he's a +1. And to do that +1, you have to invest energy. You'll see in the archetype breakdown, because I was very interested in this deck, you don't get to activate this first auto for any sort of freeness. You were either paying 2 energy and a Zenkai energy for your Z battle, or in most cases, or you were paying 1 energy to 3 energy from the drop. So, and to do this, you were normally using other effects. You need to discard a card with certain effects. Like, this card is not giving you a plus for free. So you're always gonna have to invest energy to get this plus. Very unfortunate. When he attacks, draw 1 card, discard 1 card, hard break even. And then the activate battle is a hard neg. You have to discard 1 card. So this leader is bleeding advantage at a rapid rate, and that is the opposite of what yellow is used to doing. So let's go over and see the rest of the archetype and see if we can make this any better. We got Son Gohan facing new foes. Very cool art. Deflect, dual attack, permanent, reduce the EX Evolve skill cost of yellow Son Gohan SH cards in your hand or drop by 2. Then auto, if your leader is a yellow Piccolo superhero card, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. I don't really know how to be optimistic about this one. This guy is coming down for 2 and a Z energy. He's got deflect, he's got dual attack, that's cool, but he's only 1500, so pretty much every removal in the game will wipe this man off the board, especially with a 2 cost. It's cool that he reduces the cost of the EX Evolves by 2, but if I'm not mistaken, there's only 1 EX Evolve, and yes, it is the boss card, but this is very underwhelming for a card, unless we get more support, which I will get to towards the end of the video. I think that this is kind of underwhelming already. And then if your leader is a yellow Piccolo superhero card, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch to rest mode. This right here is almost the biggest travesty. This guy costs 2. This guy is a linchpin. He is your awakening play in this deck, and he's limited to a specific leader. I think this should have ignored barrier, and it should have hit unisons too. Like, I mean, like, not hitting unisons doesn't really do too much, but like, I don't know. This card should have been able to tap a leader or a battle card, ignoring barrier. Like, it's just, you invest a lot into this card, and it has no protection outside of its initial deflect. It's very weak to everything, and it doesn't even do that much. It does things that yellow cards will just do on the sly regardless. So, yeah, this is a very, very, very underwhelming card in general. We're gonna move on to the next one. We got Pan facing new foes. Permanent, if you have a Son Gohan superhero card in play in rest mode, and your opponent cannot attack this card. That can be cool. We'll see how that goes in play. Auto yellow, if your leader card is a Piccolo superhero card, when this card is discarded from your hand, play this card from your drop in rest mode with a marker on it. That's pretty cool. 2+2s, which is actually a huge boon to this sort of unison, a 15k with 2+2 effects. Now +2, activate main, draw 1 card, then discard 1 card from your hand. Okay, luckily it's not discard 1, draw 1, because this is the optimal phrasing. You were able to just see what you draw and then decide the worst card in your hand or the best card in your hand. +2, activate main, choose up to 1 Son Gohan superhero card in your battle area in rest mode, and it gains +10k power until the start of your next main phase. I know that it would have been maybe borderlining very, very strong. I'm not even gonna say too strong, because this archetype is already feeling very, very weak off the first couple cards. I think this activate main should not have had to hit a plus or a rest mode Gohan. There's enough Gohans that have dual attack, as you'll see coming up in these first like couple of things, that giving 10k to any of your Gohans and then have it go into your next main phase would have been cool. You could start swinging with 29Ks, 20K, 25Ks. Actually, 25Ks would have made the Z leader or the Z battle very much so harder to get rid of in certain cases. Yes, it's still getting blown out by 2 cost destruction, but it's not getting destroyed by every minus 15K, even a minus 20K. So I think that this would have been really, really cool if it just allowed you to hit a normal, just a Fate, any Son Gohan superhero, so that you could then swing with it at its maximum power and then have it in rest mode with even more power. But this is just kind of saddening. The next card, actually, well, we're not going to move on quite yet. I am looking at the fact that Pan facing new foes. It is very cool that you can play it for 1. A 2-cost unison you can play for 1 is always good. And the fact that it gets played through discard is even better because you're going to be able to kind of 2-for-1 your opponent. You're going to be able to, well, 2-for-1 for yourself. You're going to be able to swing, discard a card, and then there's no minus. You pay your 1 energy and it comes out. So you pretty much paid 1 for a 2-cost energy and you were able to look at the top 5 of your deck. So that's pretty cool. Essentially, if you have this in hand, yeah, 1 energy, play a unison, look at top 5 cards from your deck. Very, very nice. In conjunction, that's cool. But you're only going to really be doing this like once, maybe twice a game, so nah. The next card we're going to go into is the normal tutor, Piccolo, Heart of a Teacher. When this card is played, the top 5 cards of your deck add up to 1 Earthling or Namekian card, both yellow with an energy cost of 4 or less, or 1 yellow unison with a specified cost of 2 amongst to your hand, shuffle your deck. Very cool. Activate main/battle if your leader card is a Piccolo superhero card and you switch this card to rest mode, draw 1 card and discard 1 card from your hand. Once again, break even, very bad feeling. Then, actually, yeah, you -1 to play this card from your hand. You break even. Yeah, this card's a break even no matter how you look at it. You can just play this card and do your thing, but it is cool how this card can potentially put 2 cards. Well, you'll put a card in your graveyard just by having this out, but it is unfortunate that this guy not only gives himself a target, gives your opponent a target to swing on, but he's also going to just be a break even. Like, no pluses in this deck, apparently. You got Son Gohan, Parental Love, Barrier, Auto, limit 1. If your leader is a Piccolo superhero card, when this card played from your hand, choose 1, draw 1 card, or add a Pan growing up fast from your deck to your hand and shuffle your deck. There's a couple things that we're going to note here. 1, there's a lot of cards that say if your leader is a yellow Piccolo superhero card. This one specifically says if your leader is a Piccolo superhero card. So, this is actually pretty cool. I think so. Like the yellow Z Awaken or Z Battle definitely specifies yellow Piccolo superhero, but the unison as well as Piccolo, Heart of a Teacher, as well as Son Gohan, Parental Love, they all say Piccolo superhero card. So we don't know. Like, we don't know if we get a like Piccolo superhero card in another color. But usually when they split it like this, I think that insinuates that there could be a split color. Like, why would you it says Piccolo superhero card, it doesn't specify the color, but it's in yellow. So I don't think it's very far off to think there could be maybe a yellow and X other like there. I think we have clues to show that this could be happening, but I just want to know that because next set we should be getting more superhero cards, specifically because we don't have any of the main hitters. Like, we don't have, sorry if you guys haven't seen it yet, but the movie is officially out. It's been out. We don't have any Gohan Beast or Orange Piccolo cards or Cell Max cards. So I think Zenkai Series 2 is going to be where we're getting most of the superhero cards. And if that's the case, we're going to have a fun time, potentially, if they're going to allow for the splashing of certain colors. Now, this guy is going to be able to search Pan growing up fast from your deck to your hand, and that's what we're going to be going on to next. Pan growing up fast. Unique, Barrier. When this card is played, draw 1 card. Cool. Activate main. If your leader card is a yellow Piccolo superhero card, and you have a yellow Son Gohan superhero Z battle card in play, play this card from your hand in rest mode. Okay, so this guy, or this gal, will just play herself in rest mode. She's got Barrier, but she can be swung when she has 4K stats. I need to see the purpose of this. I'm missing something. Next, we have got Bulma. Yeah, it's just a vanilla. This is a vanilla. But if you've seen the movie, you know, Bulma kind of got them assets. Bulma doing things. And that actually kind of leads me into my next point. So, I mean, like I said, if you've seen Superhero, like the newest movie, you know that Bulma has been making some adjustments. And Bulma's a pretty bad gal. Like, it just is what it is. And you may think that you need Dragon Balls to pull somebody as attractive as Bulma, but that's not true. Sometimes it only takes a certain amount of confidence looking good and smelling good. And while I can't help you with the first two, I can definitely point you in the way of the last one. And that is where we're going to get into our sponsor. That's right, it's Dr. Squatch. You can go over to their site and check out all of their natural deodorants, soaps, as well as shampoos and conditioners, and they all smell great. It's really just about finding the scent for you, and while you're finding the scent that makes you smell the best you can smell, you're also going to be helping out the environment, because all of them are made with natural ingredients that are just so much healthier for your skin as well as the planet, way over the synthetic stuff we normally just put over our bodies and all of its cool technicolor goopiness. But yeah, look, if you want to help me out while I help you out, while you help me out, go in the description, check those links, and yeah, get Squatchified today. I don't even know if that's a thing. It's a thing now. All right, let's get back to the card reveals. So we're back here with Piccolo, Namekian Pride. Unique barrier. He's a 2-drop permanent. When this card is in rest mode, your opponent's battle cards cannot attack your leader. That's kind of cute. Auto, discard one card from your hand. When this card is KO'd, play this card from your drop in rest mode with its skills negated for the turn. Yeah, unfortunately, this card costs 2 energy. There's not really much else to say about that. 2 energy, a hard 2 energy, you need to be making plays. This card does not do anything when it comes down, and it's really only good on the back end, and you have to protect it too. So, I don't know about that one, Chief. There's a lot more barrier removal now as well, so this is kind of rough skis. We're gonna move on to the next one. We got Trunks going out fast, very swaggy. I think I want some foils of these, but it's just a super combo. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Next, we got Sun Goten growing up fast. At the end of the battle where this card is used in a combo from your hand, play this card from your drop in rest mode. Cool, it can be some Cell Xeno setup, but I don't know why we're still printing cards like this. This is like set 2 levels of efficiency. Yeah, nah. Then we're going to move on to one of the strongest cards in the set. Yes, or strongest cards in this archetype. We got Pan Inherited Bloodline. Very cute. Deflect, unique, dual attack. Permanent, when this card would leave your battle area, remove it from the game instead. Very unfortunate. Auto, yellow. If your leader is a yellow, or is yellow and your opponent has 2 or more energy, when you place this card from your Z energy in your drop to pay the Z energy cost of a mono yellow Z battle card, energy cost of 2 or more, play this card from your drop. Then choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So that's a whole lot, but the whole point of this is, if this is in your Z energy and use it to pay for anything that's 2 or more of a mono yellow Z battle card, pay 1 energy on top of the energy you already played. That's the unfortunate part. And then you can play her, and she's just going to snipe something in rest mode, no matter what it is, blow it up. Very nice. Auto, when this card attacks, use up to 1 mono yellow card with 5k combo power from your drop area in a combo with its skills negated for the battle. Which means that Pan by herself will create 2 Z energy per turn. Meaning that even if this deck doesn't get off the floor, which it may not, yellow is about to have a very strong asset in terms of Z energy creation. Because this card, once it sticks, will just flood you with Z energy for the rest of the game. Very strong card, very strong effect, very cool. It's going to swing for 15 twice. That is pressure. They have to use a Sensu Beam like effect to get over that or drop 2 cards from hand. I like it a lot. Next card, we got Super Saiyan Son Gohan, Guardian of Earth. Blocker, auto, limit 1, spirit boost 1, yellow. Already, that's a very steep cost. I don't know why they did that. If your leader is yellow, when this card is discarded from your hand, play this card from your drop, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, switch to rest mode once again. Oh my gosh, this is a problem. Auto, once per turn, when you activate this card's blocker skill, switch the card to active mode. Okay. 1. He is a 19k. He activates his blocker skill once. It is very probable that he is not living through the swing. 2. Limit 1, Spirit Boost 1, yellow. This guy costs a whole lot. You have to discard him. Your leader has to be yellow. You can only do this once per turn, and he has Spirit Boost 1, and he costs 1 yellow. Why is he only hitting a battle card and switching rest mode? Why doesn't he ignore a barrier? Why isn't he touching leaders? Why? Like, seriously, this is really trash. Like, this could happen on your opponent's turn too, so like, why not make him hit unison as well? Like, this is just really not good. He doesn't even have deflect. Like, this card has such a stipulation to do so little. I have to move on because this is upsetting. Next, you have Sun Gohan, Flash of Brilliance. Now, this card is a doozy. You got deflect, dual attack, EX Evolve, limit 1, yellow, 2 colorless, yellow Sun Gohan superhero, which means a couple things. 1, he's going to be able to evolve off the 1 drop. That's very important. Setting up the 1-drop that has barrier and then evolving onto it to this is gonna be good because it leaves your Z battle on the field to continue making these evolve cost less. But it also turns the 1-drop into this monster. Secondly, he's only going to cost 1 to evolve, because if you have the Z battle card on the board, it gets rid of that 2 unspecified. So he's going to be able to just plop down for 1 energy, and this is a lot for 1 energy, though this setup is a little steep. Permanent, if this card be removed from the battle area or removed from the game instead, yeah, this is here because if this wasn't here, if like Pan and this Gohan did not have this stipulation, Cell Xeno would be a ridiculously easy amount of just work. Like, or ridiculously easy amount of stuff. Like, you could literally play the Z Gohan, and then you can pay another energy to bring out the Pan, and you can pay another energy to bring out the Gohan on top of the 1-drop. Since you have a Z Awaken Goku, or sorry, Z Awaken 2 cost, whatever, Gohan, you can then play that Pan growing up fast from your hand, and then already on the board, you have this Gohan, who's 8, you have Pan, who's 3, and then you have the other Pan, that's 1. That's already your Cell Xeno right there. And you'd be able to swing, just with those battle cards, a total of 1, 2 from this guy, 3, 4 from Pan, and then you could be able to Cell Xeno on top of it. And you can swing with the battle card too, the Z battle card too, I think he's dual attack. And then so that's 6 attacks, and you could Cell Xeno and then keep going. So that's actually really, really strong. I see why they did that, it's just unfortunate. But yeah, you can also activate this card's EX evolve from your drop. So these are instant discards for your discard effects. You don't have to feel bad about, they'll come back later. Auto, when you have 4 more energy in a yellow Pan superhero card in play. When this card is played, it gains double strike and barrier for the turn. A lot of stipulations. I kind of wish it was only 4 more energy to have the Pan in play. Like, yes, you're likely going to have the Pan in play, and to be fair, it's very easy. You can, if you play your Z battle card to make this a 1 cost, then you can then just play the Pan, draw a card, so you can't trip, and you can play this card, and then it gets all its effects. So it's still very, very strong to play on turn 2. It can be played as early as on turn 2, but on turn 4 is where it's going to get the most mileage. Auto, when you have a yellow unison in play, when this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, negate its skills for the turn, KO it. I wish this ignored barrier, because you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get this guy up and running. He has deflect, and yes, he can come down with barrier and double strike. He's a very, very strong card if you play him on turn 4 with the Pan up. But this is cool. I mean, you get to negate these skills for the turn and KO, which means this guy can get through indestructible. This guy can get through a whole bunch of stuff. But what he can't do is get through barrier, and that sucks. So I wish this guy had the ability to get through barrier, but Pan does kind of cover up that hole. So it is what it is. The last card we have on the list is For the Sake of Family. Activate main, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 1 yellow sand or yellow Namekian card amongst them to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Cool thing about this is there's no cost. So this card is going to be able to search Turleses. This card is going to be able to search any yellow sand, which is really cool. But because it's sand and Namekian, this card is also going to be able to look at top 5 and search your super combos, like the Namekian ones if you use them, the Gurus. It's also going to be able to search your secret rare super combo, the Goku and Piccolo, or the Gohan and Piccolo. So this is a pretty cool card. Not sure if it fits because it's not enough momentum, but it's very interesting. If there ever is a combo-oriented deck that has Namekians and Sands in it, or just Sands, this could be a really cool card just to fetch. So yeah, factor of the matter for me is that this archetype seems kind of underwhelming. The Pan and the Gohan boss cards are very, very, very powerful. However, they were balanced so you can't go into straight up like things like Xeno Cell. And they were also like, there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through for some of the parts of this deck. Not to mention the leader is never going to build a solid hand, and less options just mean less things for you to work with. It's going to be very rough to try to survive with this deck and the current upcoming format. Now, when it comes to future support, I am a little shaky on it, only because of the fact that once you see Dragon Ball Superhero, you realize they left a lot out of this particular thing. Like, we could get an extra card that could be like a special in canon from Piccolo or from Gohan. This deck is desperately missing a Z Awaken. Like, there's just no way. A Piccolo that flips into Ultimate Piccolo could Z Awaken easily into Orange Piccolo and have a great effect. But what this deck is also missing is a boss card that feels like it's destructive. Gohan is plenty good, but an EX Evolve, there's only one card that EX Evolves in this deck despite the Z Awaken lowering the cost of the EX Evolves. So I would not be surprised if in the future we got a yellow Z Awaken orange Piccolo and also a yellow Beast Gohan card that fit in with the archetype. There could also be a Pan card that flies as well. Like, there's more they can add on to this archetype, for real, for real. And I think what we also need are some cards that really help this deck get off the ground. Like maybe a Krillin or a Gotenks that you can discard, and if it's discarded by a Piccolo Unison or by a Piccolo yellow superhero leader, maybe it draws a card and then plays itself. That way you can have some cards that are pluses in this deck, because this deck has 0 pluses. This deck needs help, and there's so much missing from the superhero movie because they didn't want to go into spoilers that I think they can really juice this up. That being said, let me know in the comments what card or what video you kind of want to see next. We can go into any of the archetype breakdowns. It's just going to take a little time for me to make a list that's not butt cheeks, like I said earlier. But we're going to be cycling through the archetype overviews, but just let me know what you want to see most in the comments and I'll do it for you guys, because that's what's up. Thank you guys for showing up. Like I said, if you want to help the channel out, you can subscribe here or any one of the other UniX channels I have. You can find them all in the description. We are so close to 2,000. I can taste it and I can't wait to break that plane. So thank you guys for showing up. I will see you the next time, and thank you for all your support. Peace.